dedicate our program to the medics of all wars. As we look back through time, it's been noted that we notice, beginning in the Civil War, casualties were insurmountable if it weren't for the medics and the medical staff that went out and helped people in the battlefield, the injured soldiers, and helped sometimes putting their own lives in greater danger by helping their fellow soldier who was injured and harmed in the battlefield.
Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
I'm not a veteran, but I am ardently aware that every freedom we enjoy is a result of the blood and tears shed by so many brave men and women. With a humble and grateful heart, I'll do my best to honor the memory of those who selflessly gave or risked their lives for our nation. On September 9th, 1943, at midnight, the 36th Texas Infantry Division, along with a larger Allied force, were served breakfast. They were anchored off the shore of Salerno, Italy. Navy frogmen and Army Rangers preceded the main force, which began its approach for landings at 2 a.m. Included in this force was Thomas William Hazen, my grandfather's brother and my namesake. When World War II began, Tom Hazen was 27 years old and spoke German. He had graduated from Mount Union and was teaching school in Marlborough. He was considered an old man by military standards. After being ushered into the United States Army, he was approached by military intelligence and offered a position as an intelligence officer due to his language skills and education. He explained to the review board that he had always wished to become a medic, and the head of the inquiry panel told him it was his choice whether to become a medic or an intelligence officer. His decision to become a medic had led him to this day, and as he joined the third wave of troops landing on the beaches of Salerno, amidst the marbly blue waves of the Mediterranean and in the shadow of an ancient temple. As Tom came ashore, he was nearly struck by an artillery round. Other men near him were driven out of their minds by the scenes of hell that were unfolding around them. For most, this had been their first experience with combat. Tom Hazen's Bronze Star citation reads, Thomas W. Hazen, 2nd Lieutenant, then Private First Class Medical Detachment, 141st Infantry Regiment, for heroic achievement in combat on 9 September 1943, Italy. During the operation of a strategic beachhead, Private First Class Hazen voluntarily led a litter squad to the front line position in order to evacuate 3 wounded men. While all the troops in the area were digging in under heavy artillery, mortar, and small arms fire, he continued forward without a guide. Finally locating the wounded men, although the route back to the aid station on the beach was subject to constant hostile fire, he made the perilous trip 3 times, fording a canal through the water which reached to his shoulders. Because of his dauntless determination and selfless regard for the safety of his patients, he succeeded in evacuating the 3 injured soldiers to the beach. Tom Hazen's story and his recognized heroics are important to me beyond our family connection. In popular culture and historic accounts of war, there are seldom profiled but infinitely more important positions in the military. Mechanics, cooks, truck drivers, and medics are overshadowed by tales of breathless raids and wild gun battles. But those who have truly been in battle will paint you a far different, a more realistic picture of how raids don't happen with starving soldiers and guns don't fire without bullets. Similarly, there is no greater comfort for those riding into war than to know that they have a good doc with them if things should go bad. Most recently, in the conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, where IEDs are used everywhere, we have seen more than ever that there is no front line, that anyone and everyone serving their country is subject to attack. No one realizes this more than those who have served in these positions. For all those who have served, President Garfield's words ring true. For love of country, they accepted death, and thus resolved all doubt and made immortal their patriotism and their virtue.